Today, I'm going to do a review over the Under Armour Command. The Under Armour Command has a very narrow face shape. It is universal spec and it only comes in universal spec. Also, I think that the face shape is most similar to the Maverick Centric. This face shape is going to give you a lot of ball control, and it's also going to be pretty difficult to knock the ball to this head simply because it has that high flare point, but it still manages to not be too hard to catch with. One of the best features of the Under Armour Command head is the scoop. It features the Glide Scoop Plus. So from previous heads, it has a glide scoop, so as you can see, the scoop is smooth and round, makes ground balls extremely easy on all surfaces. So it features these small nubs on the end corners of the scoop. It's supposed to direct the head towards the ball. Personally, I don't think this really does anything. It's more of an aesthetic. I believe this is Under Armour's first head with a full offset. It's extremely deep, similar to a lot of the Warrior heads with the depth of the offset, so it's just going to lower the head down here, as you can see. So it's going to give you a lot of ball control and a lot of shot power. It also is going to allow for a slightly deeper pocket. You can tell the difference between some of the previous Under Armour heads and the new Under Armour Command with its offset. As soon as you put on the shaft, you're going to realize that you have a lot more ball feel, a lot more shot power, and even more hold. So that is great. The Under Armour Command has a very nice slim throat. It features no main center cutout, which I kind of like. There's only one screw hole on the back, as you can see, but just like all of the other Under Armour heads, this throat is very tight to get on shafts, so absolutely no worries when it comes to head wobble. There is some texturing all throughout the head, most apparent in the scoop and throat area, and also there is some on the sidewall struts. The head features 3 sidewall struts, 2 in the lower portion and 1 in the upper portion. This is going to keep it nice and stiff. Also, the sidewall design is extremely similar to the Warrior Cobra. As you can see, the Warrior Cobra just has that 1 extra sidewall strut just for a little bit more stiffness, but actually the Command is a stiffer head overall. Due to the 3-strut sidewall system, the head is very stiff, as you can see, and also it is very stiff in the scoop, so it is going to be a good choice for those of you defensive style players. There's a small amount of scalloping in the top sidewall rail, so it's just going to remove a little bit of weight. For the stringing, there are 6 top string holes. The main 4 are cut out just to protect your top string. The top string holes aren't huge, but they are big enough for leathers, so that is good. There are a ton of sidewall holes, 18 to be exact, that go all the way down on the head. There are 3 large upper top string holes, so finally Under Armour listened, and now you can wrap multiple strings through these upper holes, which is great, makes stringing a lot easier. And also there are 4 well-sized and well-spaced bottom string holes that are also big enough for leathers. So this is probably one of the easiest heads on the whole market to string, simply because it has that nice tight face shape, and also the sidewall holes go all the way down the head. The overall construction of the Under Armour Command is great. It is very beefy, very thick all throughout the head. It's extremely stiff, like I said before, thanks to that 3-strut system. Stiff in the throat, very stiff in the scoop. Features Under Armour's new all-weather nylon, which is an extremely high quality plastic, similar to STX's ACP technology. It's just designed to keep the head stiff when it's hot outside, but keep it from getting brittle when it's very cold outside. This does seem to work very well and is a great new addition to the Under Armour Command. Most people wouldn't recommend this head for face-offs, but personally I would, simply because I have a friend that uses the Command for face-offs and it serves him very well. It is very stiff, but it does have a keyhole face shape, and also there is an opening in this lower sidewall rail, so it is going to flex around the ball pretty well after the head is broken in. So I wouldn't recommend this as a first choice for a face-off guy, but it does face off fairly well. So personally, I think that you could use this as a face-off guy. The Command comes in at 5.1 ounces, which is a fairly average weight for lacrosse heads. It is the same weight as a Brian King. I really wouldn't consider 5.1 ounces heavy, but I really wouldn't consider it light. Overall, the Under Armour Command is an extremely well-designed head. By far Under Armour's best head, and is easily one of the best heads on the market. I like to consider this head a hybrid head. It's going to allow you to use it at attack, midfield, LSM, D-midi, and even close defense. And even then some for face-off guys. So basically you could use this head at every single position on the field and it won't let you down. It is very stiff, like I said several times before. The face shape is nice and tight, so it's going to be good for face-off guys. And also for offensive players, it's just going to hold on to the ball very, very well. It does feature that new all-weather nylon, so it is going to help keep the head from breaking down over time. It's got that full offset, so it's going to give you a lot of shot power. It's a great head for any workhorse, anybody that tends to get a lot of ground balls during a game. The Under Armour Command comes in at $90, but it features a lot of technology packed into it. It's easily one of the best heads on the market, and I'd highly recommend it to any position. You really can't go wrong with the Under Armour Command. It is simply just one of the best heads on the market. So that is it for the review of the Under Armour Command. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and also to subscribe, and thanks for watching.